What's going on, guys? Welcome to another one of Black Iron's battles. Today we've got a 2 versus 2 quick battle, and it was random, so I just left allow team merging on, and this is kind of what we got set up with. It's pretty crazy. We've actually got a elf civil war here for real this time. So we've got all of the elf factions. We've got the Dark Elves over here, we've got the High Elves, we've got my Wood Elves, and we've got the other group of Wood Elves over there, the other sub-faction, so Durthu sub-faction. So we've got everyone represented here. For my Wood Elf team, you see we've got a front line of Eternal Guard with shields, pretty typical. We've got Orion over here in the middle for our Legendary Lord. We've got 4 groups of Glade Guard with Hagbane tips to get that Archer War going. Besides that, we've got 2 groups of War Dancers with Azrai Spears, as well as 2 groups of regular War Dancers to do some damage. You see their melee attack is much higher than the Azrai Spears, who have 30. So the Azrai Spears are really meant only to be used versus large, and these regular War Dancers will do really good against infantry. Besides that, if we look in here, we've got a Branch Wraith. I always think those are super cool. So I brought all of kind of his buff abilities, Smoke and Mirrors, you know, all the different stuff. We've also got Earthblood and Malekith Mystifying Miasma. So we do have a damage over time spell as well as a healing spell. Over here for my Dark Elf, besides that, the last but not least, we do have these Wild Riders over here. We've got the variant with shields, so they've got some extra defense, and you know, they'll be pretty good. Here in the air for my Dark Elf teammate, he's got 2 groups of Harpies, and you see they have 5 chevrons, so those are pretty buffed up. He's also got a Reaper Bolt Thrower over here. He does have Malekith up on that big black dragon. In the front here, he's got some Dread Spears, and he's also got some Dark Shards. And for his elite infantry, he does have 2 groups of Blackguard and Agron, and they have 6 chevrons in them. So those guys are really beefy. He's also got right here, he's got that Death Hag, and he's got her on foot. So she is a melee specialist. Let's get a look at her here. There we go. She does anti-infantry. She's got frenzy, poison. I mean, that is just, she's beefy, so she'll be able to get in there and do some work. Here for the other Wood Elves, he does have Durthu, so we are leading our factions. He's got some Dryads here. He's got 2 groups of Dryads. He's got a couple groups of Deepwood Scouts, Way Watchers. Got this whole forest just kind of filled with guys. 2 groups of Deepwood Scouts and a Way Watcher. He's also got his own Wild Riders, but not the shielded variant. And here in the back, you see he's got his Eternal Guard. He's got a group of Wildwood Rangers, some Azrai Spears, and also 2 groups of Glade Guard. So he kind of got a whole mix of units. Over here on the other side, for the High Elves, you'll see he's got a pretty weird army. He's got a bunch of Lothran Sea Guard, and he's got it guarding a ton of archers. So look at that. That is just a ranged, huge range contingent. Over here in the forest, he's got a bunch of Silver Helms. It looks like 3 groups of Silver Helms and 3 groups of Valerian Reaver Archers. So that's a pretty weird setup, but we'll go ahead and see how it works out for him. Besides that, for leading the army, leading the High Elves today, we've got a Princess. So that's that ranged Lord, Legendary Lord, and she'll be able to give, you know, some huge bonuses. I think if I can get in here, I don't think I can get on it. There we go. We can see volley of high arrows. We've got Dragonborn, and then we've got, I mean, look at that, 10 reload, melee defense. We've got just a whole bunch of stuff that, you know, bunch of bonuses that they'll be given for being near that princess. All right, so you see that everyone kind of has got a pretty good elf army. They all fit really well. So let's go ahead and get this battle started and see how it goes. All right. So over here in the forest, right off the bat, we're going to start trying to move in, but I'm able to kind of scout it out, and I'm able to see that these Dryads are here. So we do take a shot, but we're going to get right back out. We do not want our cavalry to be engaged with those heavy-hitting Dryads 2-on-1 there. So we got out. We did take a little bit of damage, but it's not too bad. And you see here, these... Sorry, I had to cough. These Dark Shards are going to be shooting right in here at these Wood Elves. The Malekith is kind of just right up here on top, floating over everything. His Wild Riders were charging in there to try to... Oh, and that is their worst enemy. Oh man, they've got charge defense. They've got chevrons. These Wild Riders are going to smash right into that Blackguard. Over here on my side, you'll see I've taken heavy fire from all of those archers, but I'm also starting to get some pretty good damage here on this princess. I've been targeting with Orion and his ranged weapon, and so we've actually gotten that princess already down to half health. Over here on the left, you'll see we have a good battle going on. I've got Malekith mystifying miasma on top of this group of silver helms, and we do have these war dancers. Even though I put woven mist on too early, we do have the second group of war dancers there engaged in the side, and those silver helms are going down right away. Here in the back, you'll see the archers are engaged with the reaver archers, and there's there's nothing. That is just landing on nothing, but there's a huge battle going on. We've already got some of our eternal guards broken off, but we do have some war dancers here in the back, and so we're kind of just wrecking this sea guard. I mean, over here on the right, you'll see these eternal guard and these war dancers. I mean, they've already broken off one group of sea guard. And I really don't have any large units, so you see all these Illyrian archers getting routed off. We've got another group kind of trapped, and we're doing our best here in the back with the branch wraith and it's these war dancers just to protect these glade guard. As you see, I'll kind of split them out, and you know, it looks like my opponent is doing the same because we've got a bunch of units here in his backline, so he's going to have a hard time. His front line is really just not going to be up to it. And let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on over here with the Wood Elves. So these harpies are definitely just smacked down. You see that? They've only got a few kills, and they've taken some pretty heavy damage. But luckily for me, we've kind of routed off a lot of this sea guard here, and this archer army is not really doing the best. I mean, you can see he's just firing from all the different places, but I've got a quick army, and we're just going to kind of surround. You see over here, we're surrounding some silver helms, and even though he is trying to micro it, I don't think he's able to keep track of all his units at once. And we're just going to continue firing with Orion at this princess, and hopefully we can take her out before too long. Over here on the right, you'll see that the battle is fully engaged. So there's a big battle going on, but those dryads are just no match for these blackguard. I mean, these blackguard had 39 kills, 70 kills there. Wildwood Rangers are in there, but they already routed off those Wildwood Rangers. They've just done a bunch of damage. Here in the back, you'll see there's a flock of doom getting off on these couple of these groups set by Durthu. But even Durthu in here is actually taking some pretty good damage. You see he's already down to a little bit below half health. He's fighting that Death Hag who's got a ton of damage. And you see Malekith is up here just sitting here full health, just kind of debuffing and causing problems for the enemy. Most of these these dark shards are kind of split out there, and there's just massive battle going on. So I'm not sure that it's going to work out for him too well. You see, we've actually got our archers targeting these Illyrian Reaver archers, and that is kind of just a really good a good counter for those mobile archers. Just archers of your own. They could charge in, and they probably will, but since we've got the poison, it does take them a little bit longer to get moving. Over here on the left, you'll see we have pretty much routed off all of his archers. So he's got a few groups here. He's still fighting. My war dancers, I think, are taking some pretty good hits over here on the left. But we still have this group over here of eternal guards and war dancers mixed in. And you see they just intercepted that charge from the silver helms, and they're going to rout them right off. And we're going to get Orion, and we're going to charge in right there at the princess. So there's almost no units left, and look at this. We're going to take let's take some slow motion shots. Look at this archer fire just slamming in there. Oh man, it is gonna just wreck those Illyrian Reaver archers. Oh man, they did get a good charge in there, and that's gonna break off that group of blade guard. But since we're kind of spread out here, we're doing all right, and that kind of just shatters off my opponent, and that shatters off the Durthu, and that's pretty much that. So that was it's a fun fun hectic battle. So I just wanted to show it to you guys. It's probably it's like a Saturday bonus game. I don't normally post on the weekends, but I wanted to get one up, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's take a look at this post-battle wrap-up. You see here, they did take 400. I did take 400 losses, and so did my teammate here. So he actually only had 300 remaining. So it was actually a pretty even battle if we hadn't taken out Durthu and that princess, But look at that, there was a lot of kills across the board. I think the real problem was that his silver helms really got caught up, didn't get to do what they had hoped for. So you see here, I mean, 28 kills, 30 kills, 32 kills. I mean, this was all of these archers buffed up by that princess were actually doing huge amounts of damage. I mean, they were able to take out a lot of my eternal guard with shields before I even got in there. If we take a look at Durthu's army, he got 50 kills in himself, but I mean, he was he was just against some really, really heavy stuff. These Harpies were kind of a waste, but these buffed up Blackguard and Agaron were able to get, I mean, 111 and 59 kills, and they were not really taking a lot of damage either. You know, these Wildwood Rangers went down. We had Eternal Guard, Dryads, Wild Riders, all sorts of stuff get taken out. He still did have a good range component remaining, but we still had plenty of, you know, we still had plenty of Dark Shards over here. They did get 42 kills, 41 kills, so it was just, I mean, pretty good for my teammate up against that other Wood Elf player. So let's take a look at my army, and 78 kills with Orion. So besides his spells, which did really good, he was also kind of focusing down that princess, so that was helping out with his ranged attacks. The Branch Wraith was in the back there, just kind of helping out and allowing some heals and some damage, and really helped to protect my Glade Guard. So look at this, the Glade Guard with like 100 kills between them, still plenty of health, with 77 kills on these War Dancers. I mean, these guys got in the side there, and 83 on these War Dancers. So we were able to do the damage we wanted. We still had our Wild Riders available. We were still alive, still fighting, and that was just a great game overall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, you know, this elf civil war, this knife ear civil war. I want to thank all my opponents on Quick Battle. Thank you guys for sticking it out and having a good game. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. Please subscribe for more great online content. This is Black Iron, and this has been another one of Black Iron's Battles.